what is the number one mistake which many investigators, fraud examiners, and the other corporate governance champions make? The number one mistake is not something which you think. So in 2013, I was lucky to be involved in one of the biggest investigations. So during the investigations, we had one of the suspects, a lady, beautiful lady in her late 50s, but you could see that she still had some visible scars of midlife crisis, so to say. So any investigator is always happy when you are pinning down your suspects or you are closing the case. As during the investigation, you collect all the evidence. And of course, you have taken the statements, you have established the alibi of the suspects, and that moment of truth comes where you're going to be interviewing the suspects to confirm some of the evidence you have collected. So during one of these sessions, we had this lady across us, and I was asking. So I get an evidence, and I show to her, and I ask questions. So each and every question was trying to pin her to the wall, and to the point of breaking down, where somebody can no longer look you in the eyes straight. So she just stood up and said, "Why are you enjoying this?" You know, it stuck into my mind. So she just walked out of the door. Of course, everybody has got their rights, and this is an investigation. You have got somebody, you asked for their permission to ask them, you are confirming certain information, but somebody loses the wire and just walks out on me. So with my colleague, we'll briefly discuss about it and laugh about it. And then we pack our bags, and as I am returning home, I'm driving alone in the car. You know, there's when you begin reflecting what happened in the day. And this particular incident comes to play into my mind. Why are you enjoying this? Why are you enjoying this? Why am I enjoying pinning people? Why am I enjoying taking people to jail? Because this is how we have been trained as investigators. Collect watertight evidence, make sure that you assemble very good evidence, write a very good report, go to your prosecutors, and you have a valid case, and take those criminals to jail. But if we go back to in time and see, as a professional, where do we add a lot of the value? Do we add a lot of value when we take many people to jail, or we add value when we prevent many people from committing the crime in the first place? And this is where fraud risk maturity assessment comes in. Enterprise risk maturity assessment comes in because it is giving you an opportunity to champion corporate governance best practices. I am called Mustapha Mugisa, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be speaking at the forthcoming 14th annual conference of the ACFE South Africa on 13 September. I would like to meet you there. We are going to discuss my personal experiences. Have been in corporate governance for the last 18 years, but also having investigated so many cases, and of course going in court as expert witness, and personally visiting people in jail and engaging with them. So we will share why it is very important to prevent people from going to jail in the first place other than taking them to jail. And the takeaways from this presentation on how to conduct a successful fraud risk assessment, you learn, one, what is risk maturity? What are the 10 building blocks or pillars of enterprise risk management strategy according to ISO CERT 1000? And how do you assess where your organization falls on a scale of 1 to 5? Or 1 being the least mature, and then 5 being most advanced and sophisticated. Remember, the more you are advanced and sophisticated, the more you are putting strong building blocks to prevent fraud from occurring in the first place. So that even if somebody finally commits fraud by going out of their way, you have the confidence and presence of mind as an investigator to hold that person accountable because you know they know the right thing. Many times, as investigators, the biggest number one mistake we make is coming in to investigate reactively when we don't know even the background. Most of the time, the tone at the top is poor, and yet if you had taken time to do prior assessment, especially for internal investigators in given organizations, you would have added significant value in your life and your new business. So I don't know about you, but what I know is that the future is in prevention. The future is in using technology, machine learning, artificial intelligence, but also proactively championing governance so that people are prevented from doing the wrong things in the first place. Thank you very much. I look forward to see you there. I will conduct a virtual session or via Zoom or any platform provided by the conference organizers, and it will be very fantastic. See you there. I remain Mustapha Mugisa, Mr. Strategy. Thank you.